Oops, sorry. We'll do full durations. I'm gonna try and get a Bridges Atlas done, and then once we get that done, I'll probably roll it over to doing the X. Do the Eldritch. We have a lot of the XRs, not too many, but plan on going through all of these that we have, and then do the Exarchs, which probably end up dying a good for a fact because Orb Phase goes burn. But I feel like I should have enough with all my eaters. Or doing Exarch one. I ran a couple maps earlier. I have a decent amount of gold. The maps are going to be the teensy bits though, because we're running Academy for Delirium. We already get a couple more beach maps. I couldn't tell I was inside that second. I think the biggest thing right now holding my build back is we don't have a lot of shock. Biggest. And I do have Calamitous. Oh well, we have 60. A lot more than we had earlier. A bit more of a consistent. I do think we get our rage back faster on strike versus like, so that's like I'm just holding down the attack button. I'm not even trying to move. That's a good one. Well, better to have a timer than to not have any though. Bit of bits of power. I think this build should do and lightning strike for uh for the Black Knight. That is what it is. I wonder if you could do uh Loki's Lightning Strike Gladiator with Molten Strike and stuff. And like scale the damage up decently enough. I don't see why not, honestly. Except for the fact that, well, you still have like the. We still do fine with the projectiles. Oh my god. That was kind of rough. Oh, hey, timeless jump. That's the first time I've had one of those jump. Sure. I doubt we'll get anything good from it, but I don't think I'm gonna get around to farming Legion this league, so I think I might do Legion next league if they didn't nerf the they don't nerf any of my they don't nerf the volcanic fissure snaking at all. Because that one's actually pretty good for Legion. I don't know how good it'll be when like doing the actual Legion content, but and by actual Legion content I mean like the you know, when you're doing the medallions. But he usually does a pretty good job when dealing with the actual regular Legion. Also, I was really dumb because I redistributed my mapping atlas, right? To be for like back to include ritual now that we're on CI, so it's not really a big deal for this. But I forgot to take out the node blocks ritual. So all of those ritual nodes were useless. Because it did cross my mind when I was running it last night. I was like, huh, I put ritual back and I should have like 80%. Something really high. I think now it's like 100%. Uh but I didn't remember to take out the 2 points from from when I traveled down to block it while I was leveling. I was like, oh, oh no. I did that today. But I was gonna do it because I was gonna run Terrace because I tried running Delirium on Ashen Woods, and oh my lord, that was such a pain in the ass because everything was so like spread out and it wasn't very good layup or map for that, honestly. And so I was running Terrace so I could scry that over Academy. Because even though Academy, you know, has its own issues with the backtracking and it's not like the fastest and stuff like that, it's really nice because I can have a lot of the enclosed space to be able to just have big chunky packs together, right? And first map I ran with Terrace gave me a nameless here. So the fix I didn't even really need in the end. To be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that tree. I'm probably gonna change it to Legion if I end up doing Legion. Granted, I don't know if I'll do Legion because the only real reason I feel like I would do Legion is to try to find my own, farm my own, let's say find my own, farm my own timeless jewel for rage on hit stuff. But like, if I do that, well, actually, I don't even think of that. I think that still works. I think people still use that timeless jewel with, even with the Veteran's Wrath. That Veteran's Wrath in white. It doesn't feel like veteran, like building rage. Well, I mean, it still takes a little bit, but as long as things survive for a while, like it doesn't take too long to get to like max natural rage kind of deal. Because there's so many projectiles hitting. I feel like we hit this dude because he survives for so long, and we got 30 rage off of that. I think we hit the native cap. Realistically, the only real upgrade, aside from the Light of Meaning that this build could use, would be Grimace. Build. My computer did not particularly enjoy activating the bismuth and having 20 billion delirium and eldritch mobs spawn around me all at the same time. Honestly, I can't blame it. I didn't like that either. Bismuth is pretty important to snag though. It gives it a decent extra gold because it adds an extra rare modifier for free. Usually those are the, I think those are the ones where if I get early in a map, I can get like close to 30,000 gold in a run. You know, this is kind of the issue I had last time. Oh, there we go. It's this corner. The last time I had cleared the whole map and I had like more than 50 monsters remaining, and that was with clearing out the boss room. It's a bit of an issue. Because depending on whether that was like 51 or like 100, well, probably not 100, but you know, a decent amount more of extra mobs, I might have been able to hit level 7 on that. I don't think so, though, realistically speaking. Okay, there's the in the boss room, which means we're definitely not. I've only been able to push it to level 8, like, that was a pretty clean sweep. I'm probably just gonna do this rack of 5 and then go get my scarabs and start running beach again with harvest, because that'll be faster than doing delirium. But I just want to take a couple more chances to get the medium clusters that I need, in the vain hope that I'll get a. None of these are like super good because they're all 5. None of them are 4s. So bit of a problem, but I only really plan on trying to get the low tolerance. I only need one more, and then if I ever get an Ungles, I'll just let him farm his own cluster. But this guy doesn't really care for medium cluster. It's kind of funny because my smite has no has nothing but increased duration attached to it. I haven't given it the rest of the stuff that people usually give it. Oh, this hog. I didn't realize this was a consecrated ground map. What am I doing with my life? Why is it so light? I lagged there for a second, didn't I? Those guys were taking. Oh no, I think they had the. No, because I didn't see a rare pop up. Like they might have had one of them might have had the impervious thing, the aura. That was so close. Jeez, I almost died. Like I don't even know how many times I came close to dying there. Why is he taking? It's so nice whenever you get one of those mirage dudes, and then they get hit. They get the delirium thing that makes them just stand still. It's pretty nice. I still find it so amusing how so like the turning projectile right was originally Vengeance Cascades. When they reworked that anoint, they don't. That's probably because I'm standing on consecrated ground and I'm absolutely lambasted. Uh, but it was Vengeance Cascade, right? Which they then turned into the support gem returning projectile. And I remember when they announced the support gem. Would you stop fucking piece of shit? And they saw the numbers. People were like, "Oh, it's dead. They killed the thing. Or now our only option is Nimbus." Blah blah blah. La di da. And then it's been like the go-to for so many projectile builds because it's just so strong still. It just goes to show you sometimes. Well, I mean, sometimes we've had plenty of proof that a lot of times the face value numbers in PoE don't do a really good job of representing the actual effect of things. Volcanic Fisher's initial version is kind of proof of that. The number of values on that were really, really good early on. Not to be honest. But then when it came to like actual use, it was pretty bad. Just because it was such a clunky skill to manually cast. It was really good for Earthbreaker. Wow. Even with a frost bomb. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to do this. Never mind. Now it's gone. All right. That was my bad. I forgot to check for consecrated ground. Consecrated ground in Delirium is bad. Like, very bad. Because a lot of the mobs are so tanky. And in this case, right, we had a Beyond boss to spawn. That, if you can't kill them very quickly, you're kind of screwed. Like, basically, we can't kill it. Like, well, we can't kill the Beyond the boss at all. We might be able to kill a Delirium boss, but that's not guaranteed. Because the Beyond boss will get the damage reduction from the when it gets possessed, and then it'll just heal a good chunk of the damage. And this build really doesn't have the damage to go through it like that. On rares and stuff, it's not that big of a deal, but like Beyond bosses in and of themselves have a very high health threshold. And I think they have some level of damage reduction. Because they feel particularly tanky. Like patches of desecrated ground like doesn't matter to this build. Because it doesn't provide a benefit to the enemy for standing in it as far as I know. But consecrated ground is incredibly annoying because it heals the enemies and lowers I was thinking it lowers like my resistances and it like makes me more susceptible to curse effects and stuff like that. Resistance. Doesn't tell me, of course it doesn't. I don't know why that doesn't tell you what that does, but I will say this build hasn't really ran into like I haven't noticed when I'm dealing with like the tanky mobs from the Atlas. Stop moving! Holy shit, you're annoying. I hate those things. They just keep walking away from you. And deliver, fucker. Bismuth tornado. Snowball. And this build is tanking it. Then my gladiator can't even tank this. Not all of this going on at the same time because the tornado goes through the blocks. Oh my god, stop running. Stop running. I'm in the stupid like slowdown ground that I hate because I can't see it and it doesn't make sense. Oh wait, never mind. That's not the slowdown ground. That's actually this bastard. Yo, can you just die? Okay, never mind. Fuck off. Like, Jesus Christ, why does that move so much? The thing doesn't stand still long enough for the projectiles to hit. Oh, we found the tanky pack. Actually, fuck the mobs, bro. Actually cancerous. Like, oh my god. Those mobs are like probably like the only issue this build has because they just refuse to stand still. Probably really a problem in Delirium though. They're not really tanky enough to survive outside of Delirium. Stand still. Part of it might also just be due to the fact that I just hate them because of the slow. Like, why do they have an AoE slow? Get that chill on them. Lap. Easy come, easy go. Where did we come from? Where did we go? Hit him with the Molten Joe. I guess we can find. I don't really think it's worth trying to kill that beyond the boss. It's not like we're gonna get anything out of it. But he's not like a leash. Guess not. I thought he would have like a like the beyond the bosses. And you can outrange them pretty easily. Unless you're like walking slowly. This is when I actually don't know if we can kill the boss. Because he likes to move a lot. So annoying that it just hits you with like 20 different curses constantly every second. You're losing a bit of damage because I can't stand right on top of him because he keeps moving if I try to get any closer, but he's getting hit with the splash, so it's fine. That map was definitely one of the tough I've had to do, but it did it. None of these have consecrated. The biggest thing. I forgot to look for that. Speaking of map, that's so annoying. That's so such an annoying map. Are there so many? Holy, oh, so weird. Oh, I think it was the delirium effect. Oh, that effect's so. Forgot about it. It's been a while since it popped up. Bro, they really just need to make the hitbox, like, for clicking shrines, just bigger. Like, way bigger. It needs to, like, override the, like, the monsters should have priority for it. It's so annoying to try to hit that sometimes. Bro, I'm just, like, cursed for these two maps. I fucking Elder Influence keeps spawning the dudes inside of the portals. The null portals are nice. Because you usually get a decent little stream of monsters pop out of them. Or you break them. I think I've ever seen a map just naturally have like 4 shrines on it. I'd like containment. Wait, does he skip his sequence whenever when that causes him to spit out the degen? Yeah, I think he skips it. I think when he's like supposed to be queued up to do it, he oh no, there we go. It did delay it a good amount though. This build might be able to tank through it. Better safe than sorry. Well, get your stupid madness shit out of here, bro. You can tell the 9-day difference to when there isn't consecrated ground being a menace somewhere. But if you're gonna put a mob that's that fucking annoying to kill in that map, at least make it drop a bunch. Like, fresh clothes. Where the crush claws come I don't know what shrine that is. Seems like a speed shrine. That's a defensive shrine. That dude's just aesthetic. Big on you, calamari bastards. My goodness. I was like, bro, is one of those gonna hit like today? I actually couldn't tell which one it was during the work outcome. Some rooms. Those mediocre. Yeah, whoever came up with the flask drain rare mod, actually diabolical. Actually a diabolical individual. Let's just make a rare. I'll just randomly just fucking counter Mage Blood and Pathfinder. Oh, that's such a diabolical thing. That's such a diabolical mod to come up with. Like, I don't know. We're just gonna get rid of your flask charges. Don't worry about it. Wids, bro. I love how I like never get those. Or I very rarely get those, and then while I'm doing Delirium, I get them 2 maps in a row. But just because like they just don't stand still. Like if they stood still for like us like 2 or 3 seconds here and there, then it wouldn't be too much of an issue. But they don't stand still. So the orbs don't have time to get all the damage off on them. I don't think hurt a lot in there. Oh, nameless. Terminal edge. Just die, please. Just fucking die. Like, Jesus Christ, just die. I hate you fucking ruining my attack speed. It makes the damage feel so shit. It makes it feel so bad when you have like low attack speed with this build. Oh my god, there's one that's alive. Please, bro. Because between Delirium and their stupid mods, it's just like all my damage goes out the window. Why? GGG, please don't fucking just add little fucking toxic ass aura first bots to fucking PoE 2. That shit's so annoying. At least make them stand still if they're gonna be a thing. Like, holy, bro. That shit's so toxic. All this is actually like none of it's even good dust. These fucking. I'm taking that and just eating that shit in the trash. That shit's so annoying. I've never noticed how much of a problem those are until I started doing them in Delirium. Because I don't usually use these scarabs for Delirium. I usually use the ones I always use. With Shaper, Adversaries, Monstrous Lineage. Of course, there's two of them in. Nope. I just. No. No. I don't fucking deal with them on that build. The build just can't handle that. Because the damage still isn't all there, ironically enough. At 8,000 ES, it just doesn't out damage this build. This build has a lot more just upfront slam damage. Jesus Christ. I hate how one mob can just make the entire. Okay, never mind. I can't do that at all on this character because he just doesn't have enough survivability because he can't even fucking cast an ability because of all the slow. Nice. Bro, I hate how just one fucking mob can just make something just drain all the fun out of it. GG, why'd you have to make a fucking monster like that who just doesn't stand still? Like, just make it stand still and it's like an acceptable issue. But they're like, no, we're just gonna have this octopus that doesn't do shit but fucking just move around and slow down your attack speed. That's such a great design. Pat on the back. You guys are great at making fun things. Like, I swear, sometimes it just feels like some developer had a bad day, came into the office, and then decided to make everybody else who plays the game have a bad day with the stuff they put in. Because there's like 4 of them in here, bro. What the fuck is this? Why is there so many? I've never seen this many in the fucking boss room. And now all of a sudden, there's just like 20 of them for no reason? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, actually just get out of here. It's actually such a toxic fucking. Like, I just want to kill this boss so that I can just like, and take those stupid scarabs out of my fucking. Look at this. There's like 3 of them. I think there was more, but I think I killed one randomly that got too close and stayed too close. Like, why is there so many? I've never seen this many spawn in a fucking boss room before. And look at that. He just doesn't do shit. He just moves around. He just moves around and he just makes my life hell. Happy as he can be. Like, that's. Like, to be fair, they're only really a problem with Delirium because they're only tanky enough to survive because of the Delirium layer. Why is he healing? Because this bastard is consecrated ground. I love when you like double check to make sure a mod isn't on your map, and then they're just like, "Oh, I'll just put a monster in there with a mod." We got you. We know you love it, bro. Academy right now is just out to piss me off. Uh, Consecrated ground. It keeps spawning the stupid the madness. Fucking. Uh, why is he not taking any damage? I'm frost bombing him. Does he have that much health? Is he just one of the like tanky ones? No, I don't know. He just had something there that just. I guess I was just missing my frost bombs. Damage just goes into the ground whenever one of those gets close. Oh, so they do attack. I mean, that attack doesn't do shit, but they do attack. Yeah, unfortunately, the way I had that portal when I brought the chieftain in, he couldn't get any attacks off to get leech going. And he just doesn't have enough regen or anything for defenses. Like, he can't do delirium. That's why I didn't do delirium with him. Well, he can, but it's like very. Like, he has to do it in like open areas that he can move around. Can't do it in like stuff like this where it's which kind of sucks because he definitely out damages this build. But that's not even a question. Just from seeing how long it takes this build to kill just regular map bosses, he's just. It's good. I mean, overall, I'd say this build is still better because, as you could see, defensively, it just trumps the other one. The other guy didn't even have a chance. He fell over and died. Like, instantly. Part of that was just because a lot of his survivability comes from leeching. It's not just regen. I haven't had really much luck with like divines or. I had a pretty good streak last week where I was getting like 2, 3, 4, 5 divines. Well, not 4, but like 2, 3 divines, and then a couple of other ones spread throughout, like more often than not. And then I kind of hit a dry spell on my shipments bringing me divs. I always try to let, like, my goal is whenever I have just non, right, like just regular pilot, whichever I have more, decide what I do, like which ones I make. Like, say I had like one less rare and I had like three magic, vice versa. But every time I've done that, I've always had like an like a piece of crap about my app device, so that way I don't lose sanity. To be fair, the other one has its own problems though. Like actually, if it spawns the like unique dude when we're deep into the delirium layers, he becomes a bit of a problem. Oh, it actually doesn't matter that there's less. I don't plan on running this much. I'm gonna run this for the two, and then we're gonna buy. Well, if I get, no, I'll just run the two, and then after that, back to running beach for harvest juice, so I can finish crafting my sanity. Delirium's a pretty good stress test, though. It definitely speaks volumes for the tankiness, right? Like the other build, I mean, generally, like the other build would have killed the pirate dude like much faster and stuff like that. But this build is definitely, I'd say, out of my three builds that I consider real builds, which would be Volcanic Fisher of Snaking, Retaliation Gladiator, and this build, which is Molten Strike, Ephemeral Edge Trickster. It's probably the tankiest of the three, like in all situations, and but probably behind on damage. Well, it kind of depends on like when you compare it. When Eviscerate decides to cooperate and at least reset a couple times when you're doing a boss and you hit an aggravate on a really juicy one, then it definitely out damages this one. But it's probably pretty close on like actual overall consistently dealing damage kind of deal. But generally for like if I'm comparing the map bosses, which is a little easier, this is definitely behind. Part of that probably has to do with the fact that I swapped to Golden Strike. It'd probably be slightly better with Lightning Strike. Which to be fair, I could always just swap back. It's not like you can't. I have it on my offhand. Technically, it would be slightly better to do Lightning Strike. It saves me a passive point. Wait, does it? No, no, it doesn't. Well, no, yeah, it does because I technically want the mastery too for the projectile one. But they don't have the reduced proj speed. That was a fortress. Yeah, after I run the next map, I'm gonna take some time to see if I can roll that necrotic armor that I got from one of the previous maps to get it to roll pretty high. See if we can at least break 9,000 PS with it. And then we'll just roll some rings. See if we can get it to get us more ES and stuff like that. Charges it. Much of endurance charges. Okay, when am I gonna stop being delirious? Okay. Never, apparently. Never. I need to reroll those for being charged on hit. I'd have onslaught permanently right now if I had done that, which would be helpful. I wonder what had that effect about the delirious thing. My delirium's like a bit of a pain. Got a lot of debuffs that are annoying. Honestly, I was gonna run one more delirium, but no, this will be the last delirium. I'll go buy the things. I also need to reroll my flash so they all have the gain 3 charges. Honestly, I don't think I could play evasion based trickster. Actually, well, not just trickster. I just don't think I can do evasion based builds at all. Percent chance, may as well just. I almost died. On my energy shield almost dip out completely. Kind of funny because visually on this health bar, it seems like it's not too dangerous when my HP drips down, or like when the little like energy shield indicator, like the white opaque one, drips down. Until you realize that bar, that entire green bar is literally just one HP. All I have is just one HP. When that bar hits like past the halfway point, I'm like scared. Oh, like losing Strike Commander made this build like uncomfy. Having that 0.4 strike range was really. Oh, but that's such a hellacious backtrack. Oh, there's mon. Chances are we probably still won't hit level 7 even with getting those, but it's gold that I need. Potential. There's over like half the map. Not really. It feels like it. What is this pack of stuff over here in this corner? Holy. I'm having a party over here? Where's my invitation? Oh. All damage can scorch. Would be a damn shame if I was elemental ailment immune. And scorch being an elemental ailment means that I can't be scorched. Damn shame. Anyway, rarity and quantum. Yeah, sometimes it's so hard to see those puddles that apply the debuff to you. Assuming, like, there's probably a couple packs walking around in here. I just want to get a couple balls go burr. This is the issue I have with this bastard. His pausing thing. Oh, and he has the Daring Exarch Shrine on him. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. I've definitely never seen the Daring Exarch Shrine get put on the map boss before. That's interesting. Well, I guess that's because usually I run a lot of beach, and I don't think beach can run. I don't think you can spawn Eldritch packs inside of that boss room. Am I accuracy? I want to try to YOLO Chaos or not Chaos, ball my Ephemeral Edge, but I don't have any backup ones in case it like gets turned into a rare. And if we lose Ephemeral Edge, it breaks this entire build. Bit of a problem. Just just a tad of a problem when doing something could run the potential of making it so that you cannot use a build at all whatsoever, period. I would do it if it wasn't because there's a chance for the kit for the Vol Orb to make it into a rare sword. A fucking ray green lantern ass looking light going on over there. What the fuck is that from? I don't know what that is, but that needs to stop. It's gonna give me a headache. Holy. Okay, that's enough of that. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but that needs to stop. Oh, fuck is. It's something the boss is doing. Oh no, it's like on that specific spot. I don't know what's going on there. That's a graphical bug for sure. Gondor calling for aid? Are the beacons lit? I wonder if there's a bug with the sniper's mark getting applied. The sniper's mark's like the only green thing that's doing anything. It's still going. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We distorted the laws of thermodynamics, trying to beat the shit out of that dude. Apparently, it would appear to beat the case. And if that's not the case, then that's my story and I'm sticking with it. We made gamma particles. That actually like hurt my eyes though. It was not fun having that light going off. Oh, so I still need actual folders. Fair enough. Anyway, we have 12,000 gold. I need to buy the scarabs I normally use. I get 20. I kind of wish when you open a currency exchange, it just like it would work like the vendor window. Oh, easy. I can think of more reasons why that's more of a pain than pain. Got that. Toss that in here. Forget about them for. Can we get this? Ace to roll like 3,000 evasion or something. Or at the very least, roll higher than what we have because we have pretty good. Getting a 3,000 kind of rough. I bought 30 resonators. I had 32 resonators. How did I already run out of fossils? Oh, did I not buy 30 fossils? Oh no, there we go. I was like, wait, the math is not mathing. I was like, there should just be 2 resonators left over. About to say. Yeah, this getting this is gonna be Even though I'm doing this like the slightly cheaper way too. Because I have to be using the 5 I was doing it the more expensive way. Yo, what kind of roll is this? I've seen better things. I've seen something with better rolls on fucking part 1. Costas. Cooperate. AKA, I need to remember to hit the right click or hold the button down. Oh, tears. Wait, here. Wait, no, that's max life. Is that not something I can craft? It might not be something I can craft. Hmm. Yeah, that max life. And in hindsight, I got pretty lucky with rolling this chest piece. Alright, one more batch. Really? Made me pay more, and you didn't even have the decency to get all fucking 30 of them. That's two tier 1. Alright, well, that doesn't do me. Plays too much. Popping out. was like, is 3K is possible? Apparently 3.5 is the highest you can get, but I think that just needs like tier ones all the way down. Tier two, tier one, tier four. Oh, close. Definitely an upgrade though. Enough of an upgrade that I don't want to fuck with it. No, I should do fire. Salt it. See if it hits suppress it, but it hits suppress. Pop it. Oh, hit intelligence. That's even better, actually. What we want. 10%, which means we should be at 100% spell suppress with that. Which means then we can drop spell suppress as lucky. Here. That actually rolled a lot better. Yes. That intelligence roll, like, it could have been better. Because it was tier 6. Man, if that was like tier 2 or tier 1 intelligence, I'd have been so. But we got a lot from intelligence. That was definitely worth. Definitely worth. Not too much. And we still have some extra ones. Because these, the reason I bought so many and used them so, like, pocketed them in so recklessly was because of. Also, I kind of wish you could stack them if they had the same fossil, but. So the reason I just used it so recklessly and didn't really care too much is because I'm gonna use those on everything else. Like I need to get a cold lightning ring. I can. Wait, this went up in price by a lot. It went up in price by like 40 chaos. Did somebody just buy a bunch of them? This was like 150. Hmm, interesting. I don't actually know if the endurance charge one is worth without having something to extend the charge duration. See what people are using on Paleo Ninja. Fixed it. Right. Ages Tempest Shield is increased buff, but we don't really have Tempest Shield turned on right now. Most of these are probably going to run the same things. Flask has increased effect. Flask gain charge every 3 seconds. Eh. Seems a lot of people are using Flask gain charges every 3 seconds. Oh, actually, that's actually really good. Non-cursed aura effects. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I think the ones that had that were using Mage Blood. To be honest, I should have kept the flask one. Like that one, 10% increased effect. We'll use that one for now. I just burned the six. No, for this one definitely need. Hmm. I feel like doing more fossils, but alright, so we used a decent chunk of chaos. That's would use like what, a couple hundred. The bulk of that just went to getting the sixth link. How much would it cost to get 1,500 fuse? Should have checked that. I'm assuming it's like similar in cost. It's actually cheaper, but you need so much gold. It's like almost 100 chaos cheaper to just get the 1,500 fusings instead. But that's like so much gold. That's like almost an entire like stack of map runs that I normally do. Well, not stack, but I usually do 5 at a time. Chisels go 1 to 1, really? Huh. Kind of weird considering you can get 20 for 8 chaos from Kirik. You just have to like roll the mission. Oh, I need to roll. gain 3 on. Or never mind, we're not getting gain 3 on either. Just, I forgot about that. I'll have to keep an eye out for an evasion. Do I have an evasion? An onslaught one? I knew I was forgetting something. Because I can't even get gain 2 with how low this one is. We'll get the gain 1. Not the best, but better than nothing. Better than nothing. I think the 2 Pyrons I got from just doing the Verisium was kind of just stroke of luck. Also, that fucking bath hasn't popped up. Yeah, 60,000 gold to get the fusings is equivalent to like 9 hours of work. Like, I kind of would rather just spend the chaos because I'm pretty sure I could make the chaos back. How many discernment scarabs do I have? I have 6 discernment scarabs. That might be kind of close. No, not. These really dropped down in price. These used to be worth so much. Sure. To be honest, I'm like borderline about to just sell my Harbinger ones. Regency and Warhordes. Seven for one. 6 though. These probably don't go for much. Yeah, 2 point something for one. Still pretty good. Like you can still make a decent amount of chaos from it. It's just that now instead of having a good amount of them that you can make a big bang for all at once, it's you kind of just gotta bulk sell a bunch of them. The scarabs are worth a whole lot for the first like even in, I'd say up until recently you could make a good amount just from the ambush. But now that like the markets have kind of evened out, it's it's not too bad for buying them at least. For selling them, you'd have to sell a bunch to really make money. The harvest is not lost with the rental. It's definitely a pretty good DPS upgrade. Yeah, hitting that 9,000. It's gonna be hard to hit 10,000, I feel, but that 9,000 was a really good upgrade. Getting that Exalt slam to hit intelligence was huge for us. Oh, I forgot. I gotta take the point out. That's a free passive point. Well, to be honest, it's not that important right now. It'll be more important. Well, it could not be important. I could get the slower prod speed and mastery at that point. I need to take chisels and I need to take chaos orbs. Like in case those end up competing with something else. Because I only have enough chisels to do another 50 maps, which to be fair, I doubt I'll need to do that many maps. And then I think I have less attack. Oh, temporal chance. I was like, I feel like I have a less attack speed. Except my debuff. I wonder if the cloister ones are decent amount. You gonna pick it up like today? Thank you. I feel so sparse. I need to double check my fucking scarabs after. I've never had a map, like a beach map, that feels this empty when I'm running it with all my scarabs. Yeah, hitting that 9k was a big upgrade. Now I just need to get fusion, jade flask, silver flask, fire island. I'll do it over. It, I don't know why, like I'm so used to this feeling so densely packed, and now at least this one feels extremely empty. I'll double check my There's only like 13 left. I made 9,000. A little less than I normally. Usually we hit like 11 to 12,000 through the entire map. Because we already had like 3,000. Oh my god. This build, more so than either of the other two builds I've put a lot of time into, has felt the most like the most impactful, I should say, or noticeable when you hit an upgrade with the ES. Because like the other ones, it just I don't know, it was so hard. Like to be honest, a lot of times I'd get an upgrade, which should have been a huge upgrade, but wouldn't feel like it was a huge upgrade. But in this one, like I hit like those breakpoints, right? Where we got like another 400 ES, and I can just feel the damage. I'm getting the part of the damage also came from the fact that I, 20% quality my Molten Strike, which I should have done forever ago. Word, Shaper, there's Lineage. Yeah, the Scarabs are correct. I don't know why that map felt so. Maybe it rolled lower than I was expecting. Or maybe was that a map that I scoured and thought I hit with a binding orb, and then it was just that might have been. I've been doing that so much recently because my brain is just so dead at this time of the night. A lot nowadays. Like I'll just forget to hit it with a binding orb or scarab when I scour it. And it's just like, what am I doing, bro? What am I doing? Making a fool out of myself. Yeah, I have a feeling that map felt empty because I probably forget it with. Well, I don't know. This one feels pretty empty too. Maybe doing so much delirium warped my perception, like density on a map. It is entirely possible. I want a spell that lets me do the frog thing. I don't know if that's in the game already. The one where they just summon like they just open a burrow of frogs and just pop out a bunch of chaos damage. I want that as a spell. Yeah, this is definitely a build though that I enjoy doing after having items for it, but I would not want to do it as like a league start or something. I'd be more willing to try to like league start or just do no item having what is it? There's a guy who I've had some of his videos pop up on my where he does he's been doing Molten Strike Warden, and recently he started an SSF run for it, and I'm trying to keep up with it, like to watch it. One, to learn, more tricks for SSF, but two is just to see how it would feel with the hands of like, or in the environment where someone's not farming currency to get the items straight from another person, which is how I generally play the game. So I definitely would like curve edges with the player auction house and stuff like that, but I think for the most part, there's not a lot of gear for that class that can be gotten through like div cards and stuff like that. Funny as long as I don't die. Like I will say I have not seen a nameless ritual in a long time, which makes me really sad because now it makes me sad that because of accidental clicks, I fumbled the like two invitations for the king like really early. Granted, that only put me at three, but three is still better than one. I wonder if this build in its current state could handle Rogue Exile farming. Too lazy to try, if I'm 100% honest. Because it requires completely rebuilding an Atlas, which too lazy to do. But the whole reason I'm curious is because this build's not exactly. It's more of like a bossing build. Molten Strike feels good for mapping, but it's definitely like pales in comparison to the volcanic fissure thinking, in my opinion. Bro, if that didn't require like, because I don't think you can use a sword with that. I think it has to be mace, axe, or unarmed, or staff. But if you could use it with bro, if I could use that with ephemeral edge, now I really wish there'd been a rune enchant to move the energy shield thing to another weapon, like an axe or a mace. Could have done a volcanic fissure of snake. That's fine. Got to do I got to do Molten Strike, which I wanted to play again for a while. I think one of the funniest things I've seen, or one of the funniest like interactions seen in this game, is when there's a monster who naturally tends to walk away from you when you're in melee, but then they have ambush, so they'll walk away from you, then they ambush behind you after they finished walking away, and you're just like, fancy seeing you here. Be a shame if someone beat you up. Proceeds to beat them up. It's so funny. Like, just imagine the monster just like walking away and then teleporting behind you and be like, huh? What? Why am I here? Who am I? What am I? I say 16,000. That's more like. Where's the other one of those that I have? Hopefully those sell. Hopefully they sell and I don't just get undercut to all hell, because the last time I put an item up for like what was the lowest price, I came back like the next day and it was just undercut to shit. I was like, alright, whatever. Whatever. This is why we all lose. This one was, and they both like to do their icy explosion at the same time. I gotta get ritual to spawn on this one. I would say yeah, with only like two, or with only one, you're not. And now I can just not really. I should actually like interact with the mechanic while I'm here. Nice. I still find it so interesting. Like I'm curious what led the connections omen to spike up in price, because there was still a decent amount of them left when I was buying it. Yeah. Wait, we have this. That's like full Gravicious, buy Gravicious. Oh, there's the. Guess I'll come and clear this out later. This is what I'm talking about. I'm kind of sad that like part of me is content that Caesar King is coming first for the banners, but part of me is also kind of sad because I was actually kind of hoping Caesar King would be second on the new banners for the next patch for Zenless. One, because more time to get gems. I think I can get enough as long as I keep doing my dailies and then whatever new stuff. Because I haven't finished all of the like story stuff that I have unlocked. I have some less that I can get. But the the biggest reason is because I could then wait and see what the banners after that. Because with my luck, Caesar King is the next banner. And then I'm gonna have to probably spend everything on it to get her. And then what's probably gonna happen is Section 6 is gonna come after. And I'm just gonna be sitting there fiddling my thumbs, being like, well, rest in peace, my. Now, realistically, the chances of that happening is not completely very high because there's still another biker gang character, dude, that we don't know about. You can see him in town, and he's shown up in the cutscenes. And since, at least from the ones I've seen, we're not getting any new A ranks for the faction. I'm assuming he's an S rank then, especially considering he's one of the ones that rides motorcycles. And it seems so far that if they ride motorcycles, they're S ranks. And so that leads me to believe that like, unless they just plan on skipping over him, which I wouldn't really expect them to, considering he's in game. Like his model's like in game, and you see it. Like I ran into it yesterday. Granted, I mean you could say the same thing about Section 6. You run into the Section 6 people from time to time at the tower spot. But it would be weird, especially considering that they did like 3 with oh yeah, Nameless. We've been getting him a lot today, so that's pretty nice. Fortunately, nothing like super useful, really, except for like disenchanting dust. I think the only one that's like higher tier, and that is the and not very high at that. For the tiers of the uniques. Rod is 3. But the interbait is actually. There's no way these are. I see these all the time. Yeah, that's 5. Alliteration, I think, is a. It's a 5. And time class is a 4. Of course, that one's the one that's the highest rarity out of all of them. And take up all that space. Bro. I was actually about to, like, out loud ask myself if the boats had come back. That's how you know you've interacted a lot with with like a timed mechanic, when you start hitting the point where your brain kind of tells when it should be done. Explosion. I'm in a river ruins recently. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've gotten Verisium. Like for spawn. Oh, I need to go do the petrified. At least get something out of it. Oh, tier 3 in it. Alright, I just want to grab it next time. Good to be honest, all I want from nameless seers are ephemeral edges. That's all I want from them. Nice. I'm not using everything that I should be using, so it lets me have a slot for decoy totem for petrified ember. Looking pretty good. Really going. Larkin and chilling. Thanks for the lark. Hope your day's been going well. Part of me wants to gamble a replica of cards. I feel it. It's rustling in my soul. It's calling to me. This is the one. This is the card that's going to get me my replica Feral's Fur, which then will let me go do Flicker Strike Slayer with my Rockiatas and my replica Abysses. They're getting good upgrades on the build. Let's go. Love to hear it. Oh, I keep forgetting to pull out the chance to suppress is lucky. Oh. Actually, now that I think about it, I think we've gained like 2,000 ES in like 2 days. No, it's like 1.5. 1.5k ES in like 2 days, which is pretty nice. Because we were at like 7.3, I think 7.4, somewhere around there, before I got the Warlock gloves. And then rolled a new chess piece. And that pushed us into the 9,000s. I think it's going to be kind of rough to get over that without getting a bunch of intelligence on a bunch of things. I think I need intelligence on the rings. I don't know if I have intelligence on belt. Granted, I don't think I had a whatchamacallit, free suffix. I think it was a free prefix, which basically means I just need to roll that until it hits that resistances plus. Oy, oy, oy. So many dense fossils I need to use. Woo. Man, I kind of, I'm just imagining how much ES I would have if the intelligence that got exalted had been tier 1 instead of tier 6. That would have been a pretty big upgrade. Oh well, we can try to chase a more perfect chess piece later. The rings are definitely more due for like an easier spot to upgrade with. Oh, if I could get a synthesized ring with max energy shield, that'd be so good. Because unfortunately, the only one I've ever gotten was I got a synthesized necklace with max energy shield, but that's not going to be better than running voices. So, like, I definitely think I can hit 10k. Question is, will I hit it before I hit the 2 challenges to get the unique finisher and then take a break? That's the actual. I've actually enjoyed playing this. I think next time I might just try to go for make this like my second build if they don't nerf it or anything. I hope they don't. Leave it alone, GGG. Let my Molten Strike dreams. Well, I'm pretty sure I'd still have like a build to be able to play Molten Strike on. It's just the level of comfiness will differ. And obtainability. Because I really don't want to deal with farming a replicas, Alberon's Warpath to go strength stacker. I've gotten so many Astromentus and Crown of Eyes, but no luck with an Iron Fortress. Yeah, fortunately that luck went to Com's Heart, and then I really just don't want to do heist. Part of my mind is still boggled by the fact that running a synthesized map doesn't just naturally net you at least like a couple like synth aside from the like I still find that like so weird. This doesn't have intelligence. This I can't reroll. This one has to stay because I need the 45, or else I can't field my stuff. Plus, intelligence, please, and thank you. Much obliged. That added like another little bit, but every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Basically zooming through these maps compared to compared to how long it took me to run the Delirium ones. Delirium, Japan, and I still need one more medium cluster. And even then, none of the ones I have are like super good because they're all 5 and 6 passives, and I don't have any 4 passive. Well, it doesn't matter because that build probably isn't going to get played at all. And all that money getting the div cards for the binos to have it permanently stay in my stack. Too lazy to go trade for another. Oh well, it's fine. I've had a good amount of enjoyment playing the builds that oh, this is a double? Unique. If only this was like a nameless altar. This would be so good. Oh, bro, if that was a nameless altar with like a double unique boss. Oh, brother. That would have been so good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get really close to finishing the art. And then when we're done with that, we can do all my Eldritch Invocation, Pursuing Exarch. Probably die a bunch, but it's okay. I'll probably just try to level up before that. I had a feeling there was a attack in this. Oh, there she is. Like, wait, where's the couple demons? That's still not all of them. Maybe. Sometimes, like, the Orichalcum ones just spawn stuff so far away, and it just boggles my mind. There you are. Couldn't see it because of all the item names. But, like, I hate doing the Orichalcum one in the map tiles that have, like, rooms and stuff, because a lot of times it'll spawn one or two mobs in a corner of another room that's not, like, directly connected, so you have to go around the long way to go finish getting the Orichalcum done. And it's like, hmm, why you do this? Why you do this? But it's okay. Why we just beach? Oh, and you have like crossbow. I don't know. It's so funny how like all my other builds are basically just build to the teeth with like skill gems they need, and then this build like I have two skill gems with stuff I don't need, aka decoy totem for petrified ember and frost bomb, and I still have like an empty slot, and my ephemeral edge only has two sockets. I'm just like, how is it's just this build just doesn't care. To be fair, there's like other moving parts. It's not like it's not like it doesn't call for other things. It's just I haven't felt a need to get them. So as long as I haven't felt that need, I do not care. Oh, oh wow. Today really was a good name here day. Ephemeral Edge. The third one of these I've gotten. I think that's like worth like oh, he does not approve of my Ephemeral Edge game. A death spy. Hate these bastards. I hate them so much. Like I really think they should spawn a lot less. Like the fact that it spawns so many of them and they fucking just dig underground and go wherever. Like I'm just like, why? Why? Do you hate us for doing harvest, bro? Somebody over there doesn't like harvest and they don't like us doing harvest. Oh, it's not in range of that slime. Interesting. Could have sworn that. Oh, I have a Vermilion ring. Haven't seen one of those drop in a hot minute. I could have sworn I should have been out of range of that. Can you imagine if you just make a portal in your own hideout and you just keep looping inside of it? That'd be fun. Alright, since I'm here, give before I forget. Your physical damage. Oh no. Anyway. Oh, that one's gonna be spicy, but if we die, we die. Shouldn't be too bad, but sometimes having those double added like elemental damage odds makes the damage get a little spooky. I don't remember seeing a harvest on the way up, so I'm assuming it's like up here, so we're just gonna run back. Watch it be like in that little, like over here somewhere. Alright, no. Not over here. I definitely would have shown by now. This will be the one. We'll drop and double ambush scarab of containment. I can feel it for sure. No cope. No cope. No huffa huffa. Another 60. Those have also gone down in price. Last time when I had looked, those were like 70 cows. Now they're down to 60. Part of that probably because people just undercut it all the way down. And that was only like a couple days ago. Though part of it is also probably the fact that I feel like it's slowly starting to hit the spot where, people are kind of siphoning out. I kind of hope they keep this like I don't know if I would want it to be the same level of how easy it is to get like divine orbs and stuff more consistently, and like how people have like, oh, you can just save up, toss out a shipment, and then get back like a mirror shard or two if it rolls the right way with the RNG. Like I don't know if I'd want something like that again, but I think having content that like supplements for adding more like, giving the players more chaos orbs, more scarabs, stuff like that is kind of good for the game, just because of the fact that a lot like what you use to trade is also what you use to craft. Because I was watching a video that summed it up really nicely, that they were like, the reason why newer players just don't even, aside from like the complexity, but the reason a lot of newer players just don't interact with like the crafting mechanics that a lot of the top end players do is specifically just due to resources. Like on average, I think like if I only count the leagues where I've actually played a decent amount and spent most of my times in tier 16, like I only ever get probably 7 to 10 raw divines as the content that I can run. Now, a bit of that's like going to be kind of skewed because I was also predominantly just doing melee builds, which kind of hampers a bit the content I can easily run as like a pretty casual player, aka I'm not cracked out bone shatter god like Karn, but like this league alone, I think I don't even want to know how many divines I've made. I've spent like 20 for sure, at least minimum. 14 of those was in the last like uh week. 2 of them I spent in the first week to get some extra chaos so I could buy scarabs. Like my first 2 raw divines, I just tossed them for a bunch of. I think I got them for like I sold them for like 200 something a piece early on, something like that. When divines were still really, really worth a lot of chaos because there wasn't so many. But like, I've never had a league where I spent that many divines. To be fair, part of that comes into effect for the fact that you can get them better because of the currency exchange, right? Because I'm someone who's never gonna run Valdo's boxes. Like, well, I wouldn't say never, but I do not think I will ever like I'll be running a Valdo box map anytime soon. I just do not care to put the level of investment that's kind of needed to run those maps in a way that you can reliably get like the mage bloods and stuff. But I can sell them to people that can. I can get like a couple divs out of it, which is where a couple of my divines came from. Most of my divines came from shipping, though. I'm not even gonna lie about that. That's for sure. But I mean, I have like another what, close to 20 divs worth of chaos orbs just sitting. That's another one. I don't even want to think of how many chaos orbs I've used this league. I think I've used well over like 1,000 chaos orbs at minimum. I don't even know because I don't have the thingy. But I've definitely used a lot of them because I've kind of been ricocheting between 3.5 to 2.5k a couple times. Like not exactly like 1,000 up and down, but I mean like that's kind of been the bracket I've been bouncing around in for the last like week and a half. Because I'll usually spend a couple hundred chaos getting stuff, and then I'll turn around and make a couple hundred back, and just keep doing that back and forth. But like if I had wanted to, I'd definitely if I didn't spend all my divines on just dumb things, like the omen that guarantees a unique, and spent way too much divines getting the uniques that uh, I would definitely, I could definitely probably have done at least like one craft of the like you know prefix suffix can't be changed kind of shenanigans. Which, to be honest, to do those crafts take a good amount of divines because it's two every time you do it. And if you watch the videos of the guys who do it, like, oh my god, just watching them just flush divines down the toilet to do like prefixes can't be changed, reforged speed or some crazy nonsense like that. Just to hear like just to hit like tier 6 speed 3 times in a row. Yeah, no, I'm good. And there's the mad lads who are just like, yeah, well, we gotta divine this unique to be. I'm like, actually. But this league, I feel like players could do that stuff. Like normalish players could at least like do it once. You just play enough, you get your ores, you toss them into your shippings, get those going. You have your farmers going. Just like for instance, the scarabs I use are really affordable, and in like a 4 hour play session, I can usually get enough to at least have like 20 plus hours of farming time going. Well, I mean, to be fair, we're at like 3, and I've generated 20 hours worth of gold and like 20,000 of which I didn't even spend on that. That's definitely doable. Granted, I would also not say I'm like super casual because I do streaming. Oh my god. Hello, what are you doing? I love how I will walk past Rog's building like 6 different times to go like Atujin, check my map runners, and then I'll just walk all the way back. I don't even use the they partially completed. Uh I don't even like use a hideout macro. I walk all the way back and I still won't stop by Rog on the way. It's kind of ridiculous. That's chaos. Ooh, sheesh. That's a lot of hundreds. Pretty good, pretty good. You boys looking like you're getting used to mapping. 20% quality flicker strike. The game's taunting me. It's like you have 2 out of the 3 uniques you absolutely need. You know you want a flicker strike. You know you want it. I'm like, I don't need it. And the game's like, you want it. I was like, I do want to play flicker strike. It seems kind of fun just to. I feel like it'd be a fun little thing to kind of just do like a last build of flicker strike Slayer for the Rockiatas. Just go. Does sound pretty fun. I'll say it's been a while since my mappers have brought a divine back. I think they might be pocketing it for themselves. Time to shake them up. I remember if I checked. Oh shit. I guess if I ever get around to somehow managing to do 50 tier 17s, that's another one done. But that's probably not going to happen. All right, I do. I just don't know those are worth anything still. Those have been rubber banding up and down in price too. Tier 50. Might be a bit of a waste, but honestly, I mostly just want that other team running. Try to get us on spot. Oh no, they can run it. 2,000 is 2,000. Ah, probably run a couple, like, two of these on, and I'll probably run the last. So my brain wants to do less thinking out loud, more just not. Oh no, I hugged too much to the right. Rookie friend beach. The hug the left. The left is the way. I love how I hit perfectly just to hit like 29 out of 30 raid. Honestly, I'd been tempted on doing like a Smite Slayer with Rakiatas, but after actually using the ability while like leveling, doesn't hit enough shit for my taste. It's kind of funny how like different skills make you want to do different maps. Cause like, I mean, I'll still do beach on this one just because I feel like beach is the best for just the way I'm running these maps right now to try to just stack want altars for harvest juice. But like, I can't stand running Ashen Woods on this build with Molten Strike. I cannot. It's a little too much. It's just a little too much. Too spread out. Takes too long. I'd like as much as Academy annoys me because of all the little like nooks and crannies and the dead ends and having to backtrack a bunch. Like Maul Strike feels so much better in that than it does like in Ashen Woods. Because I think I did it off stream because I did like two or three no two Ashen Wood runs with Delirium, and I was just like nope. Like just the clear felt really main concern with getting into this before mist clear. Which, unfortunately, with only 3 plots, unless one of them doesn't get consumed, I don't think we're gonna get the next, like, get to 5. One of them didn't get consumed already. Pretty good start. Yeah, I think we should be able to hit 5 for sure. These last 2 plots and like, just grabbing the rest of these bozos. Yeah, there we go. 5 layers. I have to finish clearing out like the bottom part of the map though, because I mostly just tried to get as many layers as I could go up, because I don't have delirium spec on this one at all, so it goes pretty quick. And beach is a little wide of a map for Molten Strike to really clear as nicely. That's a mechanic I'm not touching in the gauntlet at all whatsoever. Skittering delirium are like worth decent little more than 50 monsters to clean up. Oh, my brain went like leave, use portal, and then like use the harvest portal, but then I went to my own portal. I just saw blue on the on the map. I'm glad that the might is strong enough to at least like clear out the just the regular mobs, ranged mobs. Fair mob. Fair. Good enough. Oh yeah, as much as I was expecting. Though, I mean, with how many scarabs there are on the market now, I think it's not really surprising. Oh, nice. I don't have to run up and down the map like 3 times. Every time I see a turquoise amulet, I get a small heart attack because I'm like, oh no, please don't be a fuck. I went from like hoping that a turquoise unique amulet would be an Ungles, and now I hope it's not because then it's gonna make me want to like. I don't know if I would level another trickster for it or just respec this one. I mean, like I have enough for like points, right? Or it wouldn't really be an issue to respec into it and then respec back into this one if I didn't like it. But like, that's a question I don't want to find out the answer to. I can avoid it. Like, to be honest, if I really, really wanted to, I would have just gone trade for one. But I'm kind of leaving it up to RNG about whether or not I'm gonna struggle less with that one. I mean, RNG was what decided I played. Well, it wasn't what decided I played Molten Strike, but it was decided what I played Ephemeral Edge Trickster. Bro, they just deleted that fucking tree. It's so annoying too how like sometimes it's really easy to defend the tree, and other times it's like you feel like you're trying to do everything you can and nothing works, and the tree just gets completely mulched. I really don't like the Petrified Ember. I think it was such a shit implementation. I think it should have just literally been defend the tree. If the tree survives, then you get all the Petrified Ember. I don't like that you can lose resources. Verisium's like the better version of it because you get to at least choose, and then you won't lose it unless you just can't clear the mobs, right? Like if you juice it too much, but then that just requires you like realizing how much is too much and then staying within that like threshold. Like I don't fully juice it because I mean this build might be able to handle it, but it kind of depends on which version we get. If we get the chaos versions, this build could more than likely handle it since, well, I mean it's immune to chaos damage, but the other ones it would be kind of a bit of a crapshoot about whether or not I would die doing them because they're just the sheer amount of damage is. Oh, that meteor hurt. Okay, I was gonna say more than 50. It was gonna be still be more than 50 after that pack. I really just did a shit job of clearing this map. 20 of this. Probably means there was just an Eldritch pack somewhere that I didn't. Come on. I promise you, this hurts you more than it hurts me. Oh. 13K, 21. Cobalt, jewels to roll. I still haven't had luck getting corrupting blood immunity one. Kind of my probably bigger upgrade right now that I could use, because with that I could drop this for something else. Even though I do have the Pantheon for not getting more than 5 stacks, it's still a little spicier than I would like. Sometimes when there's a lot of stuff going on and you hit that like 5 stacks, it's just too much. Actually, too much. But yeah, I think that's what I call it for sure. My brain's like pretty dead. I guess I had an Anju though. Is game ring on the APEP, which to be honest, I thought I'd have like more of a pull, I guess. I play it, but I haven't really been in the mood to play shooters, to be honest. And I feel like if I do get the itch, I can just play one of the ones that Jimbo's been kind of pestering me to try, which are free. Or just try Mecha Break and stuff. There's a couple of free ones coming out, free to play ones that look interesting. But we're almost done with the challenges. Hopefully, we can wrap them up by Friday. I plan on we'll probably be playing PoE still during the night, even after completing it, just because, uh, you know, gauntlet shenanigans next week. So I kind of don't want to be completely out of practice for that. But hopefully in October we can just take a chill, play through some speed run, maybe some backlog stuff, play some gacha games, get caught up. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. If it's early, if you have a good day. If it's late, if you have a good day. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.